Let's see if my camera can pick this up. It's the tiniest little Orb Weaver. I put a... come on, zoom in. There's a moth in its web. You can see how small it is, but you can't see the friggin' details. This is way too bright. I guess that's a little better. I don't want to disturb its web. What is going on here now? It's actually managing to wrap that whole thing up. Right now it's trying to move it. It's hanging. It's already hung an anchor towards the back end. Right now the front end is hanging down, and it's going to make another anchor and then pull the head up. At least that's typically what they do. Oh, this one's... oh. Yep. And it'll move, because I kind of dropped it close to the center. So it's moving it, I think, towards the edge a bit. But this moth is so much bigger than this spider. It's really neat that it already knows how to take care of something like this. It's probably the first time it's ever seen it. I wish I could get a better view of this. I'm trying to zoom in some more. Maybe it'll focus. Absolutely not. What the hell's going on? Oh, that looks friggin' awful. Back it up. So that's really how... the moth itself is still pretty small, but in comparison to the spider, it's quite big. But everything in this video is pretty small, I guess. At this point, I think it's just wrapping some more around it before it finally digs in. I always love these spiders because their webs remind me of Spider-Man. See, it's moving it around again. Usually, these spiders, when they're bigger, their legs are big enough to reach around the entire bug, and they don't have to do this much maneuvering. But this one, this is probably the first significant thing it's ever caught. I've been watching it get bigger and bigger. Its first web in this pot was the spider was like the size of a grain of sand. Right now, its abdomen is still smaller than the head of a match, but it's definitely gotten bigger. And after taking care of this moth, it'll be much bigger. Hopefully. We'll see what happens.